One of the Prophet's friends, his name was Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, came up to him and asked him, "Man ashaddu an-nas ibtila'a?" Who amongst the people are the most tested? Who amongst the people are the most afflicted? And the Prophet ﷺ answered them, the prophets, al-anbiya, ثم الأمثل فالأمثل. He said the prophets, then the perfect, then the good. And some examples that we can see where the prophets were tested could be, for example, seeing Sayyidina Ibrahim, for example, being ordered by God to sacrifice his son. And Prophet Ibrahim's reaction or response to that order was by accepting it. And since he accepted the test from God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala left that command from him, and he told him he doesn't have to do it. And he sent him another son also as a reward. Another example that we can see is Prophet Yusuf salam, when he was sent to prison for several years, and his response was being patient, and his reward was being the commander of Egypt after going out of prison, and he had a lot of power in the earth. Another example we can see is with Prophet Ayub, when he had many disasters in his life, many afflictions, many tests from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the most known of them was illness. And his response was seeking Allah's help, making dua for Allah to help him during that time. And then his reward was Allah listening to his dua and making it for him. Going back to the hadith, al-anbiya thumma al-amthal fal-amthal. An example of al-amthal, as said in the hadith, as you have all been learning in the seerah, are the people of Al Yasir, when they were tortured by the disbelievers, and the Prophet ﷺ sent him a message saying, "Sabran ala Yasir, fa inna maw'idukum al-jannah." Be patient, you're appointed to heaven. And God told us that in order to reward us for something like heaven, He needs to test us, to test our true faith. When He said, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. So He will surely test us with some fear, some hunger, and a lack of money and blessings. But then He said, promise those who are patient. And another reason for the afflictions Allah puts upon us, or the tests Allah puts upon us, is to improve our placements in heaven and to truly see who are the true faithful people. When He said, أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا مِنكُمْ وَيَعْلَمَ الصَّابِرِينَ. So Allah has to see who are the true faithful people, who are the patients. So what should we do as Muslims when we get tested?
Is the best time, as I told you many times, is the best time between the two khutbah. Make dua, please. Everyone here has something to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show Him some respect when you do dua.
So what should we do when we get tested or examined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The best example to take are the prophets, of course. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take Prophet Ibrahim, for example, as an example to us. And we're going to accept the affliction or test just like he did. We're going to be patient on that affliction, on that test, just like Prophet Yusuf was. We're going to seek help from Allah, just like Prophet Ayub did when he prayed Allah to put that disaster upon or away from him. We should also rethink of our relationship with Allah. Try to improve our relationship with Allah during the time of disaster. That's a sign from Allah telling us to come closer to Him, to improve our relationship with Him. And always remember the reason behind that test or that exam, that affliction from God, is to remove our sins and replace them with good deeds. And another reason is to place us higher in heaven. And the other reason is to tell us to help, to remember, to seek for Allah's help. But for us right now, what are the types of tests that are put upon us? Some of the tests put upon us are in the ibadat. Just like obeying Allah, we should obey Allah. That's one of the tests Allah put upon us during that time period. We should obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by praying, by respecting the elders, respecting family members, respecting other people, by fasting, for example. So obeying Allah's orders and obeying Allah's ibadat, that's how we are being tested right now. وصلى الله عليه ينفعنا بما علمنا استغفر الله لي ولكم.
يقيم الصلاة مين لا يقيم؟ قلت مين يقام؟ يقيم مهند. خلاص everyone is net. Stop. We get a break.
Can I drink water?
One. Go ahead. Guys.
Look up.
Islam. الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله. Guys, line up, stop, we get a break. Jum'ah.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Abu Bakr, come over here in the front. Omar, Islam,
نعم.
stay away from the tablet. كمل الصف. One more time. Once I said Allahu Akbar, you don't have to raise your voice when you said Allahu Akbar again. When you do the sujood, do not jump in the floor. Make it nice and quiet. Omar, are you listening? Allahu Akbar. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Stop. Who was laughing in the salah? Who did? No, don't do me snatch. Stop. Islam, turn off the tablet. He was laughing during the salah.